Cate Stillman with Yogahealer.com, and I'm here with Gracy Obuchovwitz with selfcarewithgracy.com. And we were just talking within the business model that we use in Yoga Health Coaching and in the Yoga Healer Business Course. You teach a core curriculum, and then when people graduate from that, you can bring them through a mastermind group or a continuity program. And you were just telling me, Gracy, that what's happening within your continuity program is opening you up to having an idea of like, wow, I can work with people in a whole other way, on a whole other level, and they can experience something else that wasn't possible before. So I'd love for you to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, my goal was to have 10 people in it, and after going through the 10-week program, it's 2 different 10-week programs going into it. I have 14 people who signed up for it.
Wow.
Yeah, and what most of them have said, that they felt like the 10-week was just the very beginning. It just established, the way that they needed to be living their lives, and it established a safe space in a community. Yeah. And then they realized that at that point that the work was really beginning for themselves, and that's why they wanted to keep going, because they were just starting to glimpse this power inside of themselves that they had hidden from for a really long time. And then to do it within a group of people they felt safe with. So it's a 6-month-long program. Every month we focus on one theme. We're focusing on food this month. We go into the doshas more next month. We spend a whole month just cleaning out our closets and our kitchens and our finances and our calendars. And my business is called Beautiful Life Self-Care. So what I'm really feeling is that this is about creating a beautiful life for yourself. And we're reading a book on really looking at the way that we limit ourselves. We're reading a book on being more zero waste in our daily lifestyle. It's really eclectic. It's basically all the things that I'm really interested in. And the great thing is that when I bring these things to the table, people are like, yeah, we want to learn about this. We want to be simpler. We want to spend less money. We want to enjoy life more. So it's so cool. And what I feel is that everybody's so hungry for a community of people like this, where they can really be held for their highest selves and their vision of who they can become. And because when we can really find people who see that in us, it's so much easier to get there.
Yeah. So are you finding that the structure itself of having a longer time frame and people investing more money than you've really transacted at before, right?
Yeah.
And that's enabling another level of your work and your creativity or co-creativity?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing a one-on-one hour session to come in for every person who's in the program, and the things that are happening in these hour-long sessions, they're magical. The identity shifts that are happening just in 1 hour of us talking to each other. And then I get this vision for who they want to be. And it's like I just hold the space for that vision, and I feel that all I'm doing is holding the space, seeing who they want to become, and then just letting the process work it out. And the process is their commitment financially to themselves. It's the commitment to the group. It's the group energy, and I'm just like creating the safe space around it, and being the cheerleader and holding a vision in a way that I never thought I could before. It's really powerful. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's really amazing. And what's interesting, I think, on my end here at, this sort of the brain behind yoga health coaching and the Yoga Healer Business Course with bringing people into a different way of using their training and their gifts and their big hearts and in the world, is it's like, I get it, right? But so many people don't know what is possible for them as a healer, as a wellness expert to be, or as a professional yoga teacher. They don't realize that they don't understand the business model and set up a structure to do their deepest work in the world. And I say that, right? But you're living it now.
Oh yeah, this is the whole different life that I'm living right now. I have to say that I had no idea what I was capable of before starting this program, in terms of what I was capable of earning, how I was capable of feeling about myself, how I was capable of really helping people. And I see it this is not momentary change. This is sustainable change. This is changing lives. And I've been doing this program, working this less than a year. So I can only imagine a few years out, what's going to happen. I mean, I felt like I didn't know I was so ready for this, but I was really ready for something like this. This feels like pure Dharma to me, just what I was put here to do, and the skill set and meeting you. And it's the whole thing it's been very humbling, actually. I feel like what I keep being reminded of is that I just need to get out of the way. And if there's anything that will hurt this work, it will be my pride and my ego of just trying to keep in control. It's been a lot about letting go of perfectionism and just like keeping going. But it's a lot about love. It's just like really, you know, putting love out there. And then the people that need it and feel it, like just that connection of love and trust is so transformational. Yeah. So it's not what I thought it would be. It's so much more than that. And I'm like overjoyed and grateful.
And what I'm hearing too, and what you're saying is that you're really allowing your depth of training coupled with an awakened intuition lead the way with your group and attuned to what they're asking for and helping them get the results that they want, that you're tuned to all of that. And so the process of really creating the next level of your work is just, it's happening naturally, easefully, in abundance.
Oh yeah. It just feels like there is just this prana to it, where like I'm using a set of books and I didn't have to think about what those books would be. I just sort of knew what the books would be for it. And it's weird. I've never felt this intuitive in my life before, of being able to like hear something really deep and behind what somebody else is saying, and then bring it up to them and have it just strike such a chord. And it just shows me that once we create the structure, which it does involve the money, it involves the money and the being there. And then once that's there, then it provides the space for this really magical thing to happen within it. So it's like the material can really hold the space for the spiritual, is what I feel in this process.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, you know, one of the things that I find so much is with the healers and wellness experts and experts to be that I talk to a lot, the yoga teachers that haven't figured that out yet, that haven't put the time and the training and the investment into building the structure for this sort of level of work in the world, is they don't get to experience that level of creativity and fluidity and intuition while getting results for their people, because they haven't done that work. And it doesn't enable so much more to exchange. Like commerce in the marketplace, results for the people they can help the most. They're not able to do that because that structure, they haven't learned how to do it. They don't have that piece of the puzzle, and it's a big piece.
It's a big piece. Yeah, and it's a lot to hold. I'll say that it's taken me all of my practices and all of my time and all the work I've done on myself over the years to be able to hold the value. And still, when I get one of those big checks in the mail, I like have to put it aside for a second. Like, it's hard for me just to open it up, you know, because it really means like stepping into that new identity more and really knowing I'm worth it. And so it becomes such a personal process for me too. Like, really like, okay, I'm worth this. But when I accept it, then all of a sudden I feel like I'm worth it. And it's just, my sense of self is really, really changed.
I love that. My sense of it is I don't even go to the I'm worth it. I go to like, this has so nothing to do with me. There's just value being exchanged. Like, someone's receiving, like, this money going to me doesn't even feel like it goes to me. It's just, there's being a value provided to them that's worth that amount of money. So, right? And it's like, wow, that's neat. That's neat to be able to provide so much value to people. Well, thanks so much. This has been great to plug into where you're at in this process of the evolution. I feel like with a lot of the videos we've done in the last year, we get to track where you're going and how this process is changing the lives of the people that are involved with your work. It's really beautiful to watch.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Kate, for being the brain behind this and creating the space for it. And yeah, totally. Let's see where it goes next.